Okay, in this video I want to talk a little bit about the Scribe. So, as you can see here, I've got 4 locate holes and I've got this Scribe line right here. My Scribe is offset. This is where my torch is going to be traveling. This is where my torch is going to pierce peck. So basically this is a cross with 4 pierce pecks at the end of it that we use to also just double check, make sure the settings are good. So, as you can see, my torch is going to be traveling over here and my Scribe is going to be operating. That is totally normal. Now, let's talk a little bit about pressures. So as you can see, right here, my Scribe is held up. The Scribe itself is held up via air pressure, right? You can see how it springs back up. Now, if your Scribe is slamming up and or down into the material, screw in these. They will close the valve, top and bottom, and slow essentially the amount of travel. So if I, for fun, crank this all the way in, you can see how slow it travels. This is obviously too much. I loosen it, it comes right up. So that is how you adjust, is how fast it will travel up and down. Now, as you can see, sucking itself back up, that is located right here. Scribe cylinder up. You can see that we've got Scribe plus oiler. This, when you get in your machine, you need to fill this with oil. This is very important because it provides lubrication for essentially the Scribe right here. So, as well, this is the PSI that turns your Scribe on, right? 90 PSI, 100 PSI. We run 180 in our shop. So if you have 120 in your shop, this is going to be right out the gate low. So, Scribe air supply, 90 PSI. Put oil in this bad boy. You can crank this basically all the way down. Turn this down because it doesn't take a whole lot of oil, but any air tool oil is just fine. This is a pressure that holds your Scribe up, right? So that guy, I have him set about 60 PSI. This guy down here, about 20 PSI. This is your Scribe cylinder down pressure, right? So, when I turn my Scribe on, you can hear it hit, right? Turns on, my Scribe is now on, but you do not hear it hammering. I have another adjustment right here that turns that on and off. This is independent. You set this pressure down, the amount of pressure that it's applying down off of this valve. The more PSI you have, the harder it's going to push down. And there's Enzo right there. Going to push down. So now you can control how hard it will hammer by this ring right here. Off, you see how that's keyed? Turn it on. It gets very loud. Sometimes this sticks and you need to essentially kind of hit it a little bit if you haven't used it maybe in a month or two. But essentially that's how you adjust and operate your pneumatic Scribe.